From the studios of Laugh Out Lounge, Polk County's premier comedy club, it's the Eric and Mike podcast. And now, welcome, Eric and Mike.
Hello, welcome to another Eric and Mike podcast. And today we're on the scenes, man.
Yeah, dude, we're downtown Lakeland right now at the Chop Shop.
Doing it from the patio of the Chop Shop today as we're enjoying a little lunch, enjoying a gorgeous day in downtown Lakeland, and just doing our normal podcast.
Yeah. Can I just say, you're working for downtown Lakeland now, and I have to say, this sucks. No, wow. I'm not talking about downtown Lakeland. Downtown Lakeland is awesome. But, man, I had the hardest time trying to find a parking spot. What have they done?
Well, nothing. It's just popular, to
it's
be honest
just really
with you.
popular?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. And you're also here at lunchtime.
Well, that's true.
So.
But I remember everything being free, and now I see all of these pay to park signs, and there was a bunch of areas that were now tons more sectioned off for like 15-minute loading zones and whatnot.
Right. Yeah.
And that was just like, oh my gosh, like everything. Like, there's an open space. Nope, can't park there. Oh, there's an open space. Nope, can't park there. And I was like, when did this happen? Because it wasn't just a couple of years ago that it was just kind of open parking. Go and, I mean, there were still a few loading zones, but it seems like all of that has been added in over the last couple of years.
Okay. Let me put on my LDDA
yes,
hat
please,
for
help
just
me.
a moment. It is still free to park downtown.
Okay.
It's 2 hours.
Okay.
What these signs say is the first 2 hours are free, the second 2 hours cost.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
you can park up to 4 hours here.
Oh, okay.
There are parking lots available where you pay by your plate. For example, just north of Munn Park,
yeah,
what we call the Munn Park parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's you pay to park there, and then you just enter in your license plate. You can put as little as 10, 15 minutes, I think, up to an hour and a half. I believe.
Okay, gotcha.
As far as the loading zones, yeah, we had merchants that were talking about they can't so at the very front of the block and the back of the block is where you're going to find two 15-minute parking spots,
right,
where people can come and unload and do something really quick. And even those get those get filled up quickly.
Right.
So we'll have trucks just kind of pull up, and it gets very metropolitan when delivery trucks will just stop in the middle of the street. They'll take their packages up, and then they
I'm telling you, it's exactly what I thought of whenever I was trying to find a spot. Was this is not worse than, but this is like Tampa now.
Yeah, this is downtown Chicago.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I tried to go to the parking garage, and there was no room in the parking garage either. But it said 117 spaces open. Turns out those were all up on the fourth level of where the loft on the parks is or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing to me? And I will say, this is the first time I've ever noticed this in a parking garage, and it probably happens across America. But I went up to the third level, and there was handicap parking on the third level, and I was like, who is the handicapped person that's like, oh, here's a good spot on the third level of the parking garage. I'll just wheel myself down those levels.
Just hang on and have some fun. Yeah. Speaking of which, I went to a local business, and parked next to me was a jacked up pickup truck. I mean, the bed of the truck came to mid-chest on me.
Yeah.
And big, huge tires, all jacked up, and the license plate was a handicapped license plate.
Okay.
And I thought, how in the heck does this disabled person get in and out of this thing?
Oh, good question.
They didn't have a lift. I didn't see a ladder.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no clue how they did that.
I also have developed a distinct hatred for any parking spots that are marked for emergency vehicles only. Mm-hmm. You know why? And they do that at like Walmart and everything else for our emergency vehicles only. And it's like, why? That's the whole point. It's an emergency. They park wherever the hell they want to, and we go around. They don't need their own parking spot.
Yes.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Just as we have discussed many times, the expectant mother parking.
Expectant mother parking, yeah.
How about disgruntled old guy parking?
Yeah.
That's what I'd like.
Or motorcycle parking. I'm like, dude, you have a motorcycle. It's a motor vehicle. Go park it wherever else you want. Why do they get the front row parking?
Agreed.
Oh, so angering. Anyway,
agreed.
I was able to find a parking spot
Good.
eventually. Thank
Good.
goodness. After you told me that I was able to park for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because I was looking everywhere for either a non-pay, and then I was like, fine, I'm just going to pay. I didn't care.
Yeah.
But luckily, I saw you sitting on the sidewalk waiting for me to find a parking
Like
spot.
a homeless man.
Yeah. I was like, man, if I hadn't seen Eric and you told me that, I would have ended up paying for 2 hours of parking and not knowing.
So
Yeah.
they're
It's growing. It's a growing, young, budding downtown area.
it is. And if you were to pop down here, say like at 11:30 a.m., you'd find parking.
Oh, I'm
but
sure.
as soon as lunch hits,
Right. Yeah, that's why I left the house a little bit early, hoping to do that. But as you well know, getting from Winter Haven to Lakeland, which is only not even 20 miles.
What a nightmare.
And 92 is under construction now. All of the Polk Parkway is under construction. It's like they're trying to separate us.
Yes.
It's crazy to me.
Yes.
So-
And Lakeland Hills Boulevard is
Yeah.
all torn up right there in front of Joker Marchant Stadium.
Oh, is it? Oh, I haven't
yeah.
been over in that area.
Yeah.
Wow.
For a town that is one of the and county that is one of the fastest growing in the country, for some reason they feel the need to put all these roads on road diets.
Yeah.
We have the road diet on Florida Avenue, and that's what they're doing on Lakeland Hills.
Really?
Yeah. So they're making a center turn lane, one lane each direction with a center turn lane.
Wow. That's just crazy to me. Well, let's talk about something positive.
Okay.
On Friday, we did the heckle hole for
Yeah.
Roar, Florida.
Yeah.
And I know you were not able to be there. Some things came up. But, dude, what a great time.
Good. I'm glad.
And a big shout out to Christina and the entire staff at Roar that was out there. Their annual, this is, I think, their second one. So it's now become their annual St. Patty's Day golf tournament where they are raising money for adults with special needs. And it was a good time, dude.
Good. I'm
You
glad.
missed it. It was so good. I will say, and we already talked to Christina about this, so she knows, but there was some kind of hiccup. You know how a golf tournament works.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
You know, everybody, so you've got 18 holes on a golf course. You have 4 people per team, usually. So you want at least 18 teams, which comes out to 72 golfers. So you start each team on a hole. So your team might be on hole 1, I would be on hole 2, next team on hole 3, and so on and so forth. And then it kind of, like looking at this table, it just kind of rotates. You know, everybody rolls through. So even if you start on hole 10, you would end on hole 9, and that would be the end of your round. Anyway, somehow the tournament started at 8 o'clock on time. We had 4 teams come through, and then we had an hour and 20 minutes before the next team came through.
Are you kidding?
And I have no idea how it could have even happened. How could it even happen? we were all at a loss, and even like Christina came over and she was like, "What are you guys up to?" And we're like, "We're just waiting for the next team." She was like, "I know things are backed up," and I was like, "How bad are they backed up?" Because normally, you know, the team that you shoot your hole, you move up.
Sure, yeah.
If that would mean that one team was holding people back by an hour and 20 minutes, right?
Unless they were all playing their own ball or something.
Or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy. So that was the only hiccup that we had. But once the team started rolling through after that, it was just kind of one after another. There might be a little bit of time between. But dude, it was so. I wish you could have been there. It was so damn funny.
Hi.
Oh, look at that. We got wings.
Thank you.
Wingies at the Chop Shop, downtown Lakeland. Come down. Come down and check out the Chop Shop. Thank you, Chop Shop, for allowing us to record on your patio today.
So a heckle hole is basically, as the golfers come up, you pick on them, right?
Right, yeah. So, like, I brought 2 of our best roasters from the comedy club, Joe Lamons and Nick Giasulo, and those guys are hysterical. I'm trying to think of the best, some of the best ones. There was a group that had 2 ladies, and the first one comes up, and they were both older, much older. And so they were shooting from the ladies' tees, and we had to kind of yell at them because we were set up on the main white tees.
Sure.
You know? And they went up to the red tees, the ladies' tees, and so we had the speaker system so they could still hear us. And they were yelling down there like, "Oh my gosh, here she comes!" And what's your name? Shirley. Okay, here comes Shirley. And as she's getting ready to set up, he goes hip cracking in 3, 2, 1. And then he started going on about osteoporosis or something, you know. And then as she's leaving, he goes, go home and drink some milk. I mean, and then the next lady comes up and Nick chimes in and he's like, now here comes Linda. This is Shirley's quote unquote roommate for the past 40 years. And it went on. I mean, it went on and on and on from there. It was some of the best. I mean, it was just so much fun. Everybody, and there were guys. So the idea was that you would pay to not be heckled. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you didn't want anybody to heckle you, you would donate $10, right?
Okay.
But then your teammate could go, oh, no, I want you to nail Eric, and then he could donate $20, and then we would go back after you even harder. So that was the idea, that we would hopefully get to, like, a bidding war or whatever. It turns out everybody wanted to be heckled, so they started paying more to heckle them. We had a guy come up and say, he gave us $100 and said, lay into everybody. And it was great. And that's what they did. Whenever they got the green light, it was on. And and they did not let up. I mean, all the way through the swing and everything else. And then it was, you know, once they hit the ball, if it was a good shot, I had the sound effects machine going, so if they shanked it off in the woods, I'd hit the wah, 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 wah. And if it was a good shot, they, of course, would congratulate them. And then it was always fun at the end. Thanks, guys, for playing along, and they loved it. We ended up getting a big round of applause at the banquet afterwards. It was
that's good.
It was everybody's favorite hole. So yeah, we had a great time, and we're planning on doing it again next year. But also something now that, like, we're gonna try to do more often for more charity. So if you're having a charity golf tournament and you would like a heckle hole, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. That would be a lot of fun.
Dude, it was so much fun. Like, I cannot explain. It was a great time. What else is going on in your world?
Well, as I mentioned last week, I started the online dating thing. And let me just say right now, it sucks. It absolutely, positively sucks. And I'm ready to give up on it. Yeah. It's been a week and a half or so, and I'm just ready to.
Have you gone out on any dates?
No,
none.
Not even a nibble. Not even a hey, how you
Really?
doing? Yeah.
So, have you been actively trying?
Sure. Yeah.
Like sending messages to women?
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's your problem. Maybe you should try the opposite.
Just
and be
sit
like,
back
you
and
message.
wait.
Yeah, you message me.
Come to me, baby.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, you can come to me by going to ericandmikepodcast@gmail.com if you would like to.
Come to me, butthead. So, man, I feel like that's a sad story, sir.
It is, actually, and I'm quite depressed about it.
Yeah. So, not even any interactions?
No.
No, nothing. Wow. That's pretty awful. Well, boy, that's what we needed, was a big, loud car to drive by. By the way, we are live downtown Lakeland right now.
Yeah. On the patios of Chop Shop.
Yes, on the patios of Chop Shop. So if you hear the background noise, that's why. I feel so. Have you considered going any other paths, like I don't know, go out to a bar, or go out to talk to a friend that may be having a barbecue and go to that and see if you can meet people.
That's not a bad idea. See, it's been so long since I've been into the
in the
scene, as it were.
Well, aren't you like in charge of all the events that go on down here?
Yeah.
So don't you meet people that way?
Oh,
or?
Yeah.
Nothing yet, huh?
No. Everybody is in the business mode, business frame of mind. They're not in the carousing frame of mind.
Oh, well. You just gotta flip that, you know. And
there
I'm not
goes
saying
a good-looking lady that I wouldn't mind.
There she is. Yeah, I wish we had our other microphone set up. We'd have to come over and sit down. But so obviously you can't hit on your employees or the people that you're working with. That's not allowed.
No.
But like,
one is 19 and one is 24, so that's a big old no.
Well, you'd be really. I mean, everybody'd look up to you at that point.
Yeah.
You're like, boy, Eric must have a lot of money.
Yeah, that's the truth.
No, but like, I mean, specifically more like the vendors or the attendees. You've never met anybody like that had potential, I guess. Not necessarily people that you work with directly.
Again,
yes and no.
Yeah. Again, that's that fine line. You don't want to.
Oh, I see.
Don't want to cross it too much.
You don't want to poop where you eat, basically.
Correct.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, that's all I would need.
Yeah. Well,
Just
again,
to lose this job now too.
I will bring up the possibility of attending a said happy hour or two. Don't forget that inhibitions are lowered.
And so are standards, I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah,
right?
courtesy of alcohol.
Right.
Which at least gets you somewhere. And if that never works out, just please, whatever you do, don't get yourself caught up in a Grady Judd sting.
Yeah. I'm fairly safe with that. By
Yeah,
the way.
okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
I'm relieved for that one. But yeah, that's pretty much the latest.
Wow.
Oh, and I hurt my back.
How'd
Now,
you do that?
You're gonna. It's one of those first world problem back
Okay.
hurting. But I decided I would buy a scope for one of my guns, my rifles.
Okay.
So I took it to the range, and I sighted it, which takes a little while. You got to set it up on your gun on a stand
Sure.
and make sure everything is in. Took me 3 hours to get it sighted correctly.
3 hours?
3 hours.
Good
yeah.
God, that's a long time.
Yes, it was.
I was thinking like 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Should have been.
tops. Yeah.
Yeah. Should have been.
Okay, gotcha.
I was having difficulty with it, and I finally asked the ranger to come over, and he helped, and he put it on the stand, and we were doing all that. But when you have to crouch down kind of like this
Yeah.
for 3 hours,
Oof.
Daddy's back is going,
Yeah.
you're old.
Yeah,
You're
don't
old.
forget that you're old.
Yeah.
So what kind of rifle was it?
It's an AR-15.
Oh, it is an AR-15.
Yeah.
And you got it sighted. Do you have to lay down? You can't like do a shoulder height type thing?
Yeah,
Where-
you put it on a stand so it's level and it's straight.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's how you sight it in. If you're standing there holding it, you're going to be going like this.
No,
and everything.
that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
so it's on a stand, but you're still hunched over. Is what
Right,
you're
because
saying.
the stand it's table height where you're at.
I
So
gotcha.
so you have to bend down and creak.
Yeah,
your neck.
yeah.
But I was getting it in the red at 50 yards after I was done.
Hey,
so-
that's good. 50
so-
yards ain't bad.
Yeah, I was
I'm
happy about
I'm not a terrible shot myself. I should come out to the range with you sometime.
Sure, yeah.
I'll buy a box of rounds so that we can shoot them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That'll be my contribution. But yeah, I, for a guy who doesn't use guns or own any, I'm really good at them. It's probably, I don't know, maybe if it was because, I have no idea why, to be honest. But every time we go camping, all my friends bring guns out, and we'll target practice. And I'm a damn good shot. And when I went to remember when I did that remote at the gun store, or it was
Yes.
an ammo store over in Winter Haven, and they had the gun range? I was hitting the target from all the way at the back of the, whatever it is. I don't know how far that is, maybe 30 yards? Was that a phone?
Was it indoor range?
Yeah, indoor range.
Probably 20, 25. Yeah,
Yeah, somewhere like that. But yeah, I was doing really well with the. I was hitting it with the machine gun.
Oh.
Have you fired one of those?
I have not.
Dude,
Fired
you
it.
gotta go. It was so cool, but it also is really. After you think about it, it's really expensive. I want to say it's like $25 for a clip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now the clip holds, I think, 25 bullets. But whenever you're doing an automatic rifle, that's over in 5 seconds.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So it's quite a bit to go out and do it, but it's still really cool to hold one and go. You know what I mean?
I'm Rambo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you that you want to do it in 3-shot bursts, or like 3-second bursts, as opposed to just unloading the clip, because it does go like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it goes really, really fast. So they're like, if you want to get your money's worth, take a little pulls, like, and don't just waste.
Instead of being done in 4 seconds, you'll be done in 6.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, I was shooting my AR, and for those that are listening, it shoots a 5.56.
Okay.
So
Whatever that
which,
means.
which is the type of bullet. So it's a
Right.
good size. And those are cheap. They're like 30, 35 cents a piece.
Oh wow.
And I have 3 magazines at 30 a piece, and I went through them at least 3 times full.
Oh wow.
So if you do the math real quick,
Yeah. It's
Daddy
not cheap.
Daddy
So-
spent some money.
So whenever you do that, whenever you're, I guess my question is, how much ammo do you keep on hand? Like, is the AR-15 going to be used for home protection, or is that just a every once in a while go out and shoot type gun?
Yeah, it's a target practice.
It's just fun.
play
Go
thing.
out and shoot
Yeah.
it, and you're done.
Yeah.
So you're not like keeping it by your bedside
No,
table
no.
or anything like that.
No.
And now you have your pistols, I imagine, for the
Yes.
home protection stuff.
Yes.
I've always thought that a double action, or what are they? A pump action
Right.
action shotgun
Yep.
would be great for the home, because one, you don't have to really aim it.
Right.
You know, you can do a spray, and you can even get the small pellets or whatever,
Right.
so that you're really peppering them, and you're not gonna kill them, but you're gonna scare the living dog pee out of them, and they're gonna get out of there hopefully. But just the idea of pumping it and saying, "I have a gun back here. You might want to leave," should be enough for them to go, maybe we ought to go.
Yeah, that's actually my next purchase
Is a pump action?
is a pump, and I've got my eye on one. And pumps are fairly inexpensive as guns go,
Right.
and so that's exactly what I'm going to do is have that just for the.
Yeah. Now, are you going to buy a long barrel that you can take out and go skeet shooting, or are you going to buy like a shorter, like for home protection type?
I've
thing?
got my eye on an 18-inch,
So it's kind of
It's
shorter.
shorter.
Yeah. That's what I would go with. But the long, the ridiculous ones that you see
Yeah.
that they use for like skeet shooting competitions and stuff, they're like a really long barrel. They're more accurate, obviously.
Yes.
But,
More velocity.
for more velocity, all that good stuff. But I would definitely go with the short barrel pump action shotgun.
Yep.
Have that right there and be like, bring it on, some bitch. Bring it on. Come on in here. Yeah, I got a nice TV. You want it? Come get it.
out of my cold dead hands.
Yeah. I actually right now have a broadsword, and Jess makes fun of me constantly because
Yeah?
that's all I have is a broadsword. I'm just not a big gun guy. Plus, they're expensive,
Yes, they are.
and I don't want to go and spend $500-600 on a gun, and then it sit in a drawer, because I'm not gonna go and like you are. Like, you're into it, so you
Yeah.
use them. You go to the driving
range, yes.
yeah, the gun range.
Yeah. And as guys hit golf balls, I try to pick them off with my gun. Yeah.
That'd be great. Now, coming up next, the shotgun heckle hole. But like I know I wouldn't use it as
Yeah.
much like for that. So I just never have gone and gotten one. But the broadsword, I always imagine, and I have pictured myself, like imagined that if somebody was coming into my home, I'm gonna have to go ahead and gain up the courage to chop an arm off.
Sure.
Like, you're just gonna have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, but she makes fun of me all the time. She's like, "Okay, whenever they come in with a gun, what are you gonna do?" I'm gonna rush them, and I'm gonna start swinging.
And scream, I brought a knife to a gunfight. Yep.